welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to have a little mamahood chat where we're going to talk about how to level up our gratitude. If you're new here, I'm Tasha. This is Tasha Pivots, where I talk about all things mamahood and homeschool and how I'm pivoting through this journey. And I'm so thankful that you hit that play button. So today, like I said in my introduction, I really wanted to chat with you guys from a place of gratitude. This year has been tumultuous. It's been crazy, and usually at the end of the year it can be for some jolly, exciting with the lights and all the things, gift buying and gift giving to others, but it also could be triggering for some. And I feel like I'm in the middle. Like, I have the jolly excitement because I have little kids, and so we get to just see and live through them and their joy. And then it can be triggering too, of just the overwhelmingness of wanting to meet the wish list and even the expectations we may place on ourselves. And so I really wanted us to kind of like have a perspective change and just shift the way our heart posture is to be in a place of gratitude. And some of you may do this already in your quiet time of just listing out your gratitude list. I can say and be honest with you guys, because I'm always going to be transparent, that I don't always do it. Sometimes I get my quiet time and I just have so much built up that I end up just flushing it all out in my journal, in my prayer journal with the Lord. And now I even just recently gifted myself a beautiful little journal that I can actually just write down thoughts. And in a way, I guess it's still being talking to the Lord, because He knows my thoughts before I do. But I just needed to have a little bit of a separation of just like no pressure, no nothing, just writing things down. But I'm going to start, and I've actually been starting to, before I get here where I'm just lay out all of the things that I'm feeling, I want to list what I'm grateful for first. And so I will take a few minutes, and whatever that comes to my heart, I just list those things. What I'm thankful for when it comes to just the air in my lungs, if it's simple as that, if that's all I can get out in that moment. Like, I want it to be an honest moment, not feeling like, oh, I have to write these lists because if I don't, then I'm not grateful. Then there's pressure and then it's not genuine. But like, just, I'm thankful that I'm breathing this morning, or I'm thankful that I hear the talks and chatters of my kids playing in the other room, or I'm thankful that my husband is sitting and laying next to me, and that, that our marriage is fruitful, that our marriage is growing. Just being thankful even for like the tiniest things of like there's sun outside, or there's rain outside, or there's snow outside. So I have been starting to do that in my journal. Would love to encourage you to do that. Another thing I have actually here, a couple of things. I mentioned this book. It was a friend that gave it to me. I mentioned this book, I think, in a couple of videos back of just like things I'm reading. This is the Ruth Childs Simon's Graceland, Discovering Timeless Truths Through Seasons of the Heart. And I've been enjoying doing this like once a week. And I'm in the winter season right now. And I love just, one, because there's watercolor everywhere, but also that she has it split between seasons. So there's winter, spring, summer, and fall. And in the winter, just resting in God's character. So that's been really great for me, because I feel like God's character is always loving and giving. And so, and just being grateful. And so I want to just be in that place of just resting in His character, resting in the fruits of the Spirit, of loving people, of having joy, having peace, long suffering, temperance, all those things, and just being filled with that. So I need to write those down when I'm having my gratitude journal. And so that's the way I'm choosing to level up in there. I also just love just the little subtle reminders. Like, obviously is the first one of dwell. There's places where you can write and places where you can jot things down. So I'm really enjoying this. I'll link it in the description below for you to check that out. Another one, it's an oldie but goodie. I remember getting this when it first came out. I was a huge fan of this entrepreneur back in the day. So maybe you guys have heard of her, but this is Maria Seal, the 52 List Project. And I feel like she's developed more since then. I've had this since 2016, and I started it probably in like the fall season, and then I put it down. And I picked it back up because I even have the date. So actually January 1st, 2016, y'all. But also it has that same idea of like splitting things through the months. And I love that it's a list for the day. So say there's a day that I'm like, I'm not feeling it, or I don't have the jolt of like, this is what I'm grateful for. It has different things. Like obviously in the winter, we like to start our goals and plan our years. But I love that also it's just like, list your favorite quotes. Maybe sometimes you need that inspirational jump that you get from other people, or it'll say, list the things you should ignore. Like, what? List all the people who brighten your day. And so I love that. I love that there's points in here, like, and I can pick and choose. You don't have to go in any particular order. But of course, I went back and I looked at some of the things that I had for my goals for that year that I had written out. And just like do a 5K run with the husband, sign Zoe up for an activity each quarter, dance, music, and sport. And like what's great is I can go back to that and say that actually has happened now. Zoe's in piano, she's in an extracurricular activity. Participate in charities, begin with wholesale marketing when I was having my business in children's wear. It's really cool just to look back sometimes in the things that you've written in, but then also create a new list. And so I'm doing those two, and I have my journal, and I also just, like I said, just having a perspective change of like in this season when it's all about us buying things or picking things out, just be in moments, finding like 5 minutes to breathe, or 5 seconds, or even a minute pause. I don't know if you guys heard of that, like the pause minute for a minute. There's an app called Pause. You pause for that minute and just take in and breathe. And for me, I need to breathe and not only write down what I'm grateful for, but I need to speak it from my mouth. And I need to be able to say like, thank you, Lord, for today. Thank you, Lord, for this moment that I can breathe, even though chaos is all around me. I can still see the goodness. And so I hope that encouraged you. I just wanted to, speak that into this season. If you have some things that you do to start out your day, or just even in the middle of your day or end of your day, of gratitude and how you're leveling up in this season, please leave it in the description below, or not description, the comments below. I'd love to hear them. I'd love to read them and be inspired by it as well. Until next time, give this video a warm thumbs up, and I'm sending you again warm hugs through this screen, and I'll see you guys on the next video. You have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you later.